I need to take a drink real quick. Hi friends, we are back with another vlog. It has been a while since I have seen any of you that have watched my videos last. I have been, I want to say, in a kind of like a creative funk. We also moved states. We moved from Utah to Tennessee. We lived in Utah for a year and just absolutely hated it. We're in Tennessee. We've been in Tennessee for a month now, actually. Literally a month today. We left on the 28th of last month. But I guess in this video, I just kind of want to chat a little bit about creativity and what that entails. But I also wanted to show you guys what I got. I just went to the factory that's in Franklin, Tennessee, and I went to the thrift store, The Find, in there, and I also got some coffee. My coffee is from Honest Coffee Roasters. This is the bootlegger, I think. This is my favorite. I got an iced latte with whole milk. Absolutely love it. I also picked up some of their beans. These are the Spro 1 medium roast. It says the notes are sipping chocolate and honey graham. It's 12 ounce. They were pretty decent price. Honestly, don't know what they were. It says packaged $5.13. I'm pretty sure these are beans though, like whole beans, so I am gonna need to get a grinder. I do have an espresso machine, and another little update that I wanted to give you guys that I'll talk about more in depth in a couple minutes, but I started working out. This is coming to the end of the second week of working out, and so we were getting coffee at Southerners that it's in Franklin, which is so good, but also so sweet. And so I'm just trying to get back into the kind of no sugary. I will say coffee is normally the one thing that I allow the sugar, but we're trying to lock in and lean up, and unfortunately I might have to cut some things in order to achieve what I want to achieve. But anyways, without that, we'll talk about that later. But I do have an espresso machine, so I got beans, but again, I need to get a grinder to grind these. Also love their packaging. Super cute. I think they have a couple locations. The one that I went to is in the factory. And then I went to The Find, which this is the only vintage store that I've been to so far moving to Tennessee, literally because it's just down the street from me. I will say, I feel like just overall as a collective, all of the vintage thrift stores are getting more expensive, and I just feel like everything in general is getting more expensive, but I feel like thrifting should be that one thing that like stays the same, you know? I don't know. But anyways, let me show you what I got. I got two pants. I didn't try them on. It says they're my size. They're brands that I have never worn before, but I think they're actually good, decent brands. So let me show you guys. These are like propped up on my kitchen sink window, and so there's a sink right here, so I have nowhere to put the bag. But anyways, one's cream and one is green. I don't have too many pants. The pants that I have on right now are Levi's low rise, which I actually like. These are my first low rise pants again, and I had to get so used to it. Literally, it's been since like elementary school that I wore low rise, but I do think it looks so much more flattering on my body, especially after having kids. But these are Levi's. I don't remember exactly which one. I said they're low rise. Low rise, but they're like wide leg flared at the bottom. But anyways, these cream ones are BDG, so Urban Outfitters. They were $30. See, one side of Savannah is like, yeah, that's hella cheap. Like, it's Urban Outfitters, like that's cheap. And then the other side is like, it's literally not that cheap. But anyways, I think they're super cute. They look worn, but like not too worn. But the like, I don't even know what I'm saying. The like material, like the weight of the jean is like super interesting to me, because like the top part right here, the waist is heavy, and then the pants are really light. But I don't know how to explain to you these texture. Anyways, these are Ivory Straight Leg Cowgirl Denim. Cowgirl Denim. These are size 25. Yeah, cowgirl jean made in Egypt. Anyways. They're so cute, and I think the back is so cute too. It has like the red stitching and then the back. They're just basic, and these ones are just straight leg. They're like, yeah, just straight leg. I don't know, I think they're super cute. Super, super cute. Okay, where did I put the other ones? Oh, shit. The other ones that I got, I think they had a couple of Brandy Melville pants there. Oh, these are Brandy Melville. Okay, so I literally had never even heard of that brand except for last year living in Utah. But they had the only other pants that were Brandy Melville were like white linen pants, but they were super see-through. They're cute, don't get me wrong. But I need some pants that my ass cheeks are not showing. But anyways, I love green. That's just a color that I've always loved. These have a little elastic, and they're cargo pants, obviously. They have pockets everywhere. These are also, I think these are more like wide leg instead of straight leg. I think they're so cute. Again, I didn't try these on, so I'm like praying that they fit me, but I don't know. They're also low rise from what it looks like. They're not low rise. I'd say they're mid. Oh, they're called utility pants. Yeah, anyway, those are the jeans that I got. Super freaking cute. I have to take a little bathroom break and then I'm gonna come chat it up with you guys. Okay, so I wanted to kind of take this video to one, introduce myself a little bit more than I have on my channel. I feel like I just kind of started posting and like didn't introduce myself, which I feel like that's kind of like what you have to do on social media. I've done the same thing on TikTok, and then I feel like Instagram is different. But anyways, my name is Savannah. Obviously. I'm 28 years old. I have a little blended family. Me and my husband actually just celebrated our first anniversary a couple days ago. As far as like the creative side, I've always been creative. I have literally always drawn or painted with acrylic paint. My uncle had like a huge garage shop full of like metalworks and spray paint and acrylic paint and literally anything art wise that you could think of, like it was in there. So that's how I grew up. Like little baby Sav was being creative literally since the jump. And then I started drawing like a cartoon characters, so like Marvin the Martian and like all of the Cartoon Network cartoon characters. I really liked drawing those and then coloring. I started taking pictures when I was really young with my mom's digital camera. And then I remember my grandma let me use her, I think it was a Nikon, like Coolpix or something like that, like back in the day. And I remember liking photography and then going into middle school, because I did have a phone when I was young and I would take pictures all the time on it, but it wasn't like a smartphone by any means. But once I did get into, I want to say 7th or 8th grade, I think it was 8th grade, I started taking more pictures and more pictures, and then it was like what was in front of me, the landscape, like the sky, my coffee, like my drinks, literally, I don't know, anything that you could think of. And it was always like that aesthetically pleasing. And mind you, this is in 2012. Like this is before all of the like, this is like YouTube era still, I feel like. I will say with all over YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, I struggle with just getting content out there or like editing and making it look good, because I know I can edit good. I know I can edit cinematically, and that's like what my husband wants to make. He wants to make like YouTube videos and shorts and reels that are like very cinematic and just kind of like minimal vibes. I'm just like, oh, but I think it's just having discipline and sitting down, and then after the discipline and like motivation, then you kind of just make it a habit, I guess. But yeah, I guess that's just what I want to talk about. If you're going to, if you even made it this far in the video, or even if you've watched this in like fucking 2 times speed, that's fine. If you've made it this far in the video, fucking thank you. If you've subscribed to me, thank you. I do really want to make social media and creating content a thing. I don't necessarily care about being an influencer per se. I just want to make creative shit and do creative things and meet creative people. And I feel like I also am not a person who can literally be unauthentic. Like, it's not in my DNA. So but with that, I feel like I went over a lot of things and also covered nothing. So if you have more questions, please let me know. But I'm going to post this for my YouTube video this week, and then next week we'll probably get into doing more different things. I literally have no idea what I'm going to vlog. But I have been going to the gym almost every single day, and so I'm definitely going to start doing some more fitnessing and probably try to make fitness my niche, and then kind of do everything else on the side. Because honestly, if I'm being completely honest, since 2020 I've been wanting to make fitness my niche, and I follow, my kids are screaming in the back, I follow so many fitness influencers, and I love not just for the physical aspect of it, but I love like their lifestyle that they live. Like, they're, at least obviously what you see online, right? A fucking online is fake,